Welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Woohoo! You guys ready? All right, we're going to bring in the heat. Okay, we've got an amazing meeting for everyone today. Let's everyone, what do we do? Clap once or clap twice? Let's clap twice. Okay, welcome, welcome. Awesome. Okay, so good morning, everyone. I'm excited. I'm your host today, and we're going to bring in a special speaker that flew all the way here from Hawaii. I'm not sure, but anyway, um, tell me something good. Let's go rapid fire. Tell me something good. Who's got something? Okay, listed 5 lots. Boom. Let's hear it. Woohoo! Signed up a new luxury agent in Beverly Hills. Woohoo! And I know the Made for More team took 1 listing, 2 closings, and 6 escrows this week. Woohoo! Good job. Okay. Upcoming events. What have we got, Jose? We've got, I think, the women's event coming up. Here we go. Master class right here. Listings. How to get, who wants more listings? Woohoo! Gotta, if you don't list, you don't last. That's my theory. So that is next week. It's at PCAR from, didn't know? Okay, when is this? Yeah, next Thursday at PCAR, right? Cool. Okay.
16. What? Limitless business in 2024 on Tuesday in Elk Grove. Wednesday in El Dorado Hills, we're doing the same thing. Brent, me, and a whole bunch of awesome speakers. Thursday is PCAR listing class. The following week on May 22nd is our Top Women in Real Estate event, which will be in Lincoln, and it's at my personal house. So there will be a great after party. So sign up today. Don't procrastinate on any of these 4 great events to bring your agents and guests to.
Awesome. Star-studded
Tuesday and
week.
Wednesday are 9 to 1. No, I think 9 to 12. Thursday is 10 to 12. The Top Women event is 9 to 1.
Awesome. Thank you, Marguerite. Let's hear from Marguerite. Woohoo! Okay. JJ, we got a mortgage moment. Here we go.
Do it. All right. I'll try and keep this energy going, guys. Thank you, Tom. All right. So let me open this up here. All right. So rates, let's talk about interest rates for a second. As you guys all are probably wondering, I remember about a month ago, I came in here and I said interest rates were going up. Well, I've got some news today. They're actually going down. So yes, good news, right? We're still in the 7s, but we're coming down. We do see, we are still having this inflation problem, but the inflation problem is going to potentially start going away now because consumers, as you know, are now spending less money because they've maxed out on their credit cards. They can't get any more money out. So they've done everything they need to do to go ahead and hopefully stop this crazy inflation problem we have. All right. So anybody want to know about Cal Half a Dream for All?
Yeah.
Okay. So Cal Half a Dream for All, we had a new update this week. That update says that the results are going to be shown on the hopefully the first week of June. So I know it's a little later than we wanted, but that's what they're stating. Now, you can be 3 ways that you're going to be able to get something from that first week of June. The first thing that a customer might get is a selected voucher. If you get a voucher, you got 90 days to find a house. If you don't get a voucher, you might be on a wait list. If that person doesn't find a house, then you could potentially go and have that person's voucher. Or if they don't qualify and they want to get rid of it or something. Third way is you didn't get qualified. So those are the 3 ways that you're going to get on June 1st, or hopefully around that June 1st date. Okay, so last thing, and I'll get out of here and let you Brent speak. Do you guys, I know we've been talking about the beginning of the sales process, the middle of the sales process, but what's most important part of the sales process?
The closing.
The closing. And why is it the most important part? Because you get a referral, right? Hopefully you get a lot of referrals. So you get 1 loan closed or you get 1 deal closed. That's great. But hopefully you can get a lot of deals closed because of that thing. Because of that closing, you can get a lot of friends and family and all this good stuff. So we talked a lot about that. Do you guys know that NAR put out a statistic that said that only between 12 to 22% of realtors get return clients? even though that same client said that they would absolutely use that realtor again. Isn't that crazy? It's so sad. And so what can we do to eliminate that? Well, what we do at American Pacific Mortgage and what we try and do for every single one of you is make sure that those clients come back to you. And so what are some of the things that we do? Well, obviously, we all do a closing gift, right? And you are on that closing gift with us. So you guys all do one, but we do one as well. I know a lot of you guys I've closed deals for. You probably got our closing gifts. Right now, it's a picnic blanket and a speaker. It's got our name on it. It's got a little card with your information and my information. What we also do, you guys know what HomeBot is? You guys all have HomeBot? Yep. So it goes out once a month. It tells you what the potential home might be worth. It tells you what the interest rates look like. It tells you if you should do anything, if you should stay where you're at. So that's something else that we do. Comes out once a month, and it's co-branded with you. The other thing we have is a system called Total Expert. We have customized every single piece of emails and mailers that go out. And it's not just one of your fluff and buff things that goes out and says, Happy Thanksgiving. This is something that goes out that we've actually typed. It's a very, very cool thing. And it goes out at least once a quarter. And it talks about the different things that you might need to know. So property taxes are coming out. Or, have you paid your home insurance yet? Or how are things going? We just wanted to check in and see if there's anything new going on. This comes out and is co-branded between you and me yet again. And so it looks exactly like an email I would send from my email inbox. So what does that look like? Over the course of the last 5 years we've been using the systems that we've just mentioned, we have over 80% return customer rate. And so I think that's so important for you guys to know. Don't just stop at the end of the transaction. Keep going. Let us help you with that. We want to help you get your return clients and get more referrals from it. Any questions I can answer today for you guys?
If you guys have any question, what's the best number to reach you?
So yeah, if you guys want to reach me or my team, we've got a text, and you can text that number to 916-517-1800.
For JJ. Good job. Okay, so now we have the man, the legend, the myth. Brent Gove is in the house. Let's all hear it for Brent. Come on down. All right, all right, all right. Here you go. Good.
Good. Wow, that was the shortest introduction ever, man. I thought usually they talk a little bit. Tom's like, Brent's here. Come on up. All right. Well, I'm excited. I have a special guest I brought to me that none of you know about. Aaron, get up here. Get up here right now. Give Aaron a hand. Rawls from Folsom. I asked him to help me do this. He's just on fire, but I want you to understand why he's on fire. How much business have you done? And this is so they can hear you online. How much business have you done this year, roughly, and have in the pipeline?
I'm not sure for the year, but within the next 30 days, we'll be closing. When I say we, it's my wife and I, 140,000 in commissions. Yeah. But what Brent and I were talking about the other day, and I didn't know I'd be getting up here. I thought he'd just have me say something real quick from the back. But one of the reasons we've been successful recently is in the last 11 days, I've done 7 open houses. So I think a lot of times, during real estate, it's hard to get out there and keep, the pedal to the metal. But I believe this business is all about momentum. So when we get the leads or do our open houses, it just continues to build the momentum. And the open houses I've been getting literally resulted in 50,000+ in escrow within this last 11-day period, and another listing that's going to go live this week. We have 2 listings going live tomorrow, actually, both in Folsom, and that's no lead spend, just organic open houses and word of mouth and referrals. So the other thing that we're doing that's really helping our business within our group, we have an office in Folsom, we have an office in Roseville. And one of the things that we're doing, and one of the things that brought me to EXP was a collaboration that we have. And the small little tweak that we did that I don't see a lot of other EXP agents doing, and I cannot stress this enough, and that's what Brent wanted me to touch on, is we keep within our group, we have everything on our, we have an off-market Google spreadsheet. We're selling 1 property every week. It doesn't even hit the market. So all that does is attract more people to what we're doing at EXP and kind of make it harder for our competitors to succeed. So within our group, we're just continuously building each other and closing deals and becoming more successful. So I think, and I'll show everybody how we do it if you want to see it afterwards, but we just have a Google spreadsheet and we put our off market properties on there. And if someone's interested, we're selling them off market. I closed 2 weeks ago. I closed 2 in 1 week, both off market, both with people within my group. So that's a way that we're continuing to grow and build. So that's basically all I had to touch on today.
Love it. So, and that is what I wanted him. Thank you. I'll reach out. How do they reach out to you if they want to reach out to you and share what they have? It's like baseball cards. Trade them, right? Hey, I got a Mickey Mantle. What do you got? I got a Johnny Bench. And so trade your off market because this is the MLS. And if you're shopping the MLS, you're shopping leftovers. I love to say that at people at open houses. That's like my number one line. Like, how's it going for you? Oh, you know, I haven't found there's not much to choose from. Yeah. I go, where do you get your properties from? Redfin, MLS. Zoom, but that's, I meant to say Zillow, right? Zillow, MLS feed. I have an agent send me MLS feed. I have realtor.com, home, MLS feed, MLS. And how's this working out for you? And they're like, it's not working out. And I go, it's because you're shopping leftovers. And when you finally find a good one, a really good one you'd be excited about for your family, it's a bidding war, right? And I look at him, I go, aren't you excited about being a bidding war, David Palma? And he goes, they always say no. I said, so how would you like a whole new approach? Well, what do you mean? I'm networked with about 60 of the top agents throughout Roseville, Rockland, Granite Bay, Loomis. And now if they're looking in Folsom and El Dorado Hills, right? I say in Folsom, I throw in Folsom. In fact, I lead with those. I wouldn't spend a lot of time talking about Roseville and Rockland. What do they care about Roseville and Rockland? Because you are. Aaron is like, were you top 5 in the area? Probably. Yeah, right around
I
that.
don't know. I don't really pay attention to that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you this year, I'm going to make $1 million.
Yeah, make $1 million
I keep the
this year.
pedal to the
But
metal
I know
till
what
I
you're
hit.
thinking. If I was all tatted up like Aaron and had hair like Aaron has, I'd be successful too. Fine, shave and get some arm sleeve tattoos. Do what you got to do. You can make up all the excuses you want, why you can't, why you shouldn't, why you aren't, or you can just get on with it. It is not magic. It is not hocus pocus. It is action. Get in action. Bodies in action tend to stay in action. Bodies at rest tend to stay in rest. Tony Robbins says, get out of your head. If you're in your head, you're dead. Man, start calling people, which leads me to my first point today. And I want to get back to Aaron before we leave about trading our off-market listings. Well, I've just got this one. I'm going to keep it for me. That's the theory of not abundance. When you start sharing what you have, and maybe someone brings a buyer for whatever even hits the MLS, but the size of the window you give through is the size of the window you get through. Start giving the love, you'll get the love. Anybody want some properties in Rockland and El Dorado Hills that aren't in the MLS, but now you can get access to? Man, I'd be making friends. I'd be calling Remax agents. What do you got? I'd be calling line agents. What do you got? I could call someone besides EXP agents. Yes. I would give referrals to agents all the time that weren't EXP. Like I have a buyer in Colorado Springs. I was a Remax agent. I gave it to an independent. I was a Keller Williams agent and had a referral in Phoenix. I gave it to, I think, a Century 21 agent because I researched the best agent in Gilbert outside of Phoenix. And it was really the right thing to do for my client. My fiduciary isn't to Remax. It's not to Keller Williams. And it certainly isn't to EXP. It's to our clients. So you make well, that takes some time. Yes, I took some time. I interviewed agent after agent after agent. I made relationships with agent after agent after agent I didn't know. And I said, hey, they want me to ask you some questions. How many homes do you sell here? How's it going? And I got to know them. It's a great, I don't know anyone. I don't know what to do. Yes, you do. Stop referring Remax agents because you're a Remax agent. Don't go, I'm going to Coldwell Banker. We'll keep it in the family. So your fiduciary is to Coldwell Banker. Do you want to be treated like that? Or do you want your agent to give you the best agent in Honolulu? Whether it's EXP or Compass, what do you want? What do you want? So behave accordingly. Does that make sense to everyone? I'm fired up today. I've had 3 cups of coffee, and I just made my first cup of coffee ever at the new Brent Gove office. I'm very excited. Oh, cheers. I do want to apologize to everyone. I was looking at all the coffee choices, and I'm embarrassed, ashamed, and humiliated that we have K-cups that there's a certain one that are decaf. I'm sorry. I don't know what that's about. if you drink decaf, we need to have a meeting. There's something wrong. All right, now coffee is caffeinated. All right, now moving on. So back to it's not magic, it's motion. It's hunger. Your greatest asset is hunger. I'll prove it to you. I got a call 2 weeks ago from a Canadian Remax agent. He goes, yeah, I need a change. I need a change. Remax just isn't doing it for me anymore. And I go, did they offend you? What'd they do? He goes, yeah, I don't know. I'm just, I've been in real estate 13.5 years, actually, what he said to me. And my wife's had this great paying job, and then I'd sell real estate and supplement her income, and everything was great. She lost her job a year and a half ago. We're in trouble. We're in big trouble. In fact, I've never been fearful in my life, and I'm actually fearful. She's not finding a replacement job that paid like she was making. It's like half. And I'm just not selling like I was. I don't know. The market's gotten tougher. Interest rates have gone up. And so he's like, I'm really thinking serious about EXP. Can I talk to you about EXP? I says, yeah, we'll get to that, but can I ask you some questions? And he goes, yeah. I go, so you've talked to a lot of people over the past 6 months. He goes, oh yeah, I was in the office yesterday at 9:30 a.m. and I was there till 5:30 in the afternoon. I am doing it. I said, okay. And you've talked to dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of potential buyers and sellers, and you haven't made a sale in 6 months. He goes, yeah, that's right. And I said, okay, interesting. So like, I really want to wrap my brain around the number, like 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. He goes, no, probably more like 50 or 60 in the past 6 months. And I go, oh, like 10 a month. He goes, yeah. And they're just like, yeah, they're not buying. I said, okay, buddy, I got you figured out in 5 seconds. He goes, what do you mean? I go, I'm not going to talk to you about EXP because you will fail at EXP. The problem is not Remax, and the problem is EXP is not going to rescue you, and it's not going to rescue one of you listening online or one of you in this jam-packed, beautiful Everest conference room. I'm excited. I gotta admit, I like it. But here's the deal. This was a dream on paper, and here it is. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. It's your absolute refusal to do what is necessary. I'm going to tell you right now, you need to talk to 20 people a day. Now, somebody's like, how do I do that? I'm going to teach you right now. He goes, I don't know that many people. It's exactly what he said to me. I said, really? Pull your phone out. I pulled out, hit contacts, go to Ace, and start scanning them. You call everybody you know. You're telling me you're worried about your mortgage payment, your car payments, your credit card payments, paying the insurance, paying the groceries, your health care, all the stuff we're going to do in life. And you're worried and you're concerned for your family, but you won't do this. Here's what I need you to do. Put your cap in your hat in your hand, your cap in your hand, and go tell people, I have a goal this month to sell 3 homes, 5 homes, 7 homes, whatever it is. First of all, nobody ever meets anybody who has a goal to do anything. Okay. I have a goal to sell 3 homes, 5 homes. I need your help, Eric. Do you know anybody thinking about buying or selling a building? I want you to be a commercial agent first. We'll do that. I was going to say, who here's a commercial agent? I was going to see 2 hands. Okay, I'm going to do it again. I kind of let the cat out of the bag. Who here's a commercial real estate agent? Okay, I'm going to say it one more time. Who here's a commercial real estate agent? All of you, all of you. I've never done it, I know nothing about it. I'm a totally awesome commercial real estate. You're lying. You haven't taken it. No, my partner is Paul Frank. And he's done billions in commercial sales. Anyone I've ever introduced him to loves him. I just introduced him to a guy out of the Bay Area who's a major player, #1 roofer in the entire state of California. And he fell in love with Paul Frank. He's going to do business with Paul Frank. And I'm going to get a massive referral. I'll probably make a $200,000 referral fee because I'm a commercial agent. You don't have to do it. You tell them, to be honest, I specialize in the residential part, but my partner, Paul, specialized in the commercial part. So we would like to meet you and talk to you about helping you buy that building or sell that building. Or do you know anyone who wants to buy or sell a business? Or do you know anyone who wants to maybe sell their home or buy a home? Put that on the second thing. You guys are so home, and you forget about commercial. You meet people. Oh no, we're in our forever home. Oh, what do you do? I'm a lawyer. My practice is in West Sacramento. Well, if you would have said this, do you know anyone who wants to maybe buy a building or sell a building? He'll go, he's in his forever home. 25 years of practice is actually me. We just built my forever home out in Loomis, and the commute's killing me. I am going to sell my building in West Sacramento. I'm going to buy one out in Granite Bay, Loomis, or Roseville, or Rockland. And the building in West Sacramento is worth about 2.8 million. The one I got to buy is more because it's Placer County. It's going to be about 4 million. It's about $6.8 million worth of real estate. Commercial commissions are higher. The doing some quick math in my head, it's like $250,000 commission. You get 25% of that. Start doing the math in your head, right? And it's a chunk of change. What is that? Am I $62,500? Not bad for a guy get a C- in algebra. See, real estate agents can calculate 3% of any number fast if you've been around, right? And it's even more. The commercial numbers are higher. I think I just did that off. But anyways, the point is this: every one of you are in the commercial. Well, I don't know, Paul Frank. You do now. Go have coffee with them. Go to one of his events. We're going to be in Oak Grove, as Marguerite said, doing limitless sales, not just limitless, how to sell more real estate, baby, how to help buyers buy more homes, how to get more, how to develop more listings and help sellers sell and buyers buy. It's going to be phenomenal. 3 hours, 15 different speakers. Every 5, 6, 7 minutes, they're going to be dropping with you information like this that they're passionate about. See, when I was new, I sat on the edge of my seat and I took notes. And I sold 18 homes in my first 12 months. And after, I remember in real estate, about 2 months in, my mother, who's sitting in the back of the room back there, hi, Mom, and she's hiding, and my dad's pointing her out. She goes, "You're exhausting me." And she's like a 55-year real estate agent, broker, Coldwell Banker. I go, "What do you mean?" She goes, "How could anybody have this many questions about real estate?" See, you guys are too shy to ask. Well, I don't want to bother Joey. I don't want to bother Clark. I don't want to bother Brent. He's got 45,000 people in his organization at EXP. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Don't live a life of quiet desperation. Ask the question. What about the HOA? What about the survey? What about the prelims? What about lead-based painted in them? What about a clear section 1, clear section 2? What's the difference? What's a well? What's a septic? What's a potability test? What's a productivity test and a potability test? What are these things? You're either hungry or you're not. You're either fighting a battle or you're not. I'm starting to slobber. It's getting good. Now, Jose, you're new here. I need a napkin. I actually saw one land on your hand. Okay. I'm getting excited. Okay, so here's the deal. You got to get fired up about your life. 3 rules of life. Number 1, life isn't fair. Number 2, you're entitled to nothing. And number 3, no one's coming to save you. You better start swimming. I remember when I had 45 agents at Remax. Oh my gosh, how'd you, man? It was 2004 or 5. How'd you, 45 buyers agents on your team? Oh my gosh, must have been terrible. I go, no, it's great. I mean, it was wonderful. I get paid 45 times a month. You know, I'm just a sole agent. I don't do that team thing. I'm just a sole agent. Oh, you just help yourself. Okay, good for you. How's that going? I don't have anything in escrow right now. Exciting. You got nothing in escrow. Wahoo, have a party. I'd have nothing in escrow personally, but we'd have 60 homes in escrow with the team. And I'd make $280,000 a month net. Well, that's you. You're special. I'm not. I know, because he has arm sleeve tattoos. I don't. My hair, his hair. I mean, what's it going to be? How many excuses are you going to make until you go, you know what? I am capable of more. And it's about love, man. It's about authenticity. It's about being real with people, connecting with people, taking a moment to get to know people. Slow down. I talked to the #1 lending coach in 2003, 20 years ago. Todd Duncan. He was the coach for lenders in America. And somehow Ty Mamea, did I say his name right? Ty Mamea? Close enough. He's a Hawaiian dude, right? And he had a mortgage company. I got invited to a table like this, small room, all lenders and me. And I'm sitting there. And I probably got invited because at the time I was selling like 300 homes a year. And you know what his message was to all the loan officers? I mean, I don't know if they got it, but I got it. He goes, stop being so busy filling out that 1003. Yeah, baby. The 1003, name, social security number, address, how many years on the job, what do? Do you pay alimony? Do you pay child support? Tell me, blah, 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 blah. You're so busy collecting the financials. Just take all that, take it all right here, and take it and put it aside. And go, so tell me why you want to buy a house. Why do you want to refinance? What's the purpose of it? Well, we're going to pay off all of our debt. We take a trip to Europe we've always wanted to take. You know, we never had a honeymoon. Been married 40 years. You know, slow down. And that message is never truer. Shireen Duncan, I was just in Hawaii with her yesterday at Build Hawaii. Killed it. A++. We are all so excited. And it's just it was amazing. But Shireen, I think right now she's already done $33 million in sales herself in the past 4 months. She's on track to do $130 million. Big teams will not sell $130 million this year. She's going to do that herself. I go, Shireen, what's the secret? And it was just me and her. She looked at me and she says, authenticity. That's what she wrote down. She what? She says, I'm just really real and compassionate and empathetic. And I really I listen way more than I talk. They talk. I ask a question about what they said. They talk. I say, oh, you mean, and I keep asking questions and I get to know them. I might spend an hour with them. Todd Duncan says, we don't have time for that. We're lenders. We need to go. 1003 after 1003 after 1003. We're going to fill our pipeline, 30, 40, 50 loans in the pipe, refis, purchase money. Purchase money's better. I mean, I was there. I listened 20 years ago. I'll never forget it. Write this down. Write it down. Those of you online, write this down. Are you a student of life or are you not? Are you a student of real estate or are you not? Don't you ever go anywhere, a top producer panel at the MLS, and sit and listen. Next week, I'll come to you and go, how was that meeting at the top panel at the MLS at the board last week? Oh, it was great. What'd they say? I don't know. Like, what'd you learn? I can't even think of what I learned, but it was really good. I'm inspired. That's not being a student of life. I'm begging you at church, sit in the front row and take notes. If you're going to go to church, don't sit in the back. And how quick is this over? How quick can we go to breakfast? Sit, be a front rower, man. Take notes. Take notes. The act of scribbling it down, even if your writings are good, 60% higher retention. Do you want to learn this stuff or don't you? Do you want to break through or don't you? David McCoy, remember David McCoy, Kelly? And he was a very successful insurance agent who got into real estate. I remember 2003 is, why do you keep going to real estate events? You can teach this stuff. And I do. I get asked to speak. Back then I get asked to speak. And I go, I do teach this stuff, but I'm learning based. I don't know it all. I will always be learning. How much has real estate changed in the past 20 years? Back then we thought we knew everything there is to know. It's 2003. What possibly could change? Luna, I made that up, but Alexa, whatever. What's the Google person or their names for these people, right? Siri. I mean, it's crazy. You're talking, all of a sudden ads come over your phone. They listen. Okay. Happens all the time. I woke up at 5 a.m. and I checked my phone and got an email having problems sleeping. It knew I was awake because I touched my phone. Got an email. It drops in the screen. I'm like, this is freaky. They know when I'm moving. They know what I'm saying. And I really don't care because I got nothing to hide. But if you're a bad, evil person or something, you should be very concerned. Now, and probably someday when we all get, never mind. Okay, now I'm going off but anyways, man, I tell you what, don't worry about the future. Vote, be responsible, do the right thing, rescue people that need rescuing. But I'm telling you what, right now, you need to rescue yourself. It's hard to help other people when you're drowning. And the reason you're drowning is the same reason I wouldn't talk to this RE/MAX agent in Canada 2 weeks ago about EXP. I go, dude, we can't save you. We don't have the tools to move your lips. We can't do operation on your heart. You got to figure it out, man. You've got to have enough of enough. You got to get passionate. Write this down. Passion is infectious. The reason you don't get listings, the reason you don't get another property management client with 20 homes, the reason you don't get that buyer to buy, they bought through Compass or they bought through Sotheby's or they bought through an independent, is your lack of conviction and passion. And so what Shireen does is she's not like me. I'm a little over the top, right? But I am trying to demonstrate some things to break through to your soul and get you to get it, because I don't want you to live a life of quiet desperation. I want you to step up and stand out and get it done. I want you on airplanes. I can't afford airplanes. There you go again. Southwest Airlines, you can get anywhere for $10, right? You're like, well, their prices have gone up. They're popular now. Okay, go Spirit. No, that's the evil Spirit Airlines, you know? Hey, you got $10, go Spirit. Go Frontier and do what you got to do. I only flew Southwest forever. I have so many miles I could go anytime I want for free. I have companion anyone. I never go anywhere. I'm a snob. I fly American Airlines, Executive and Premier Platinum. They literally hold the plane for me. It is freaking awesome. Now, so anyways, but that's a whole nother story. But I do like service. But I stepped up. I did it by loving and adding more value. Right now, you're being paid for the amount of value you bring the marketplace. If you don't like what you're being paid, do something different. The definition of insanity to do the same thing again and again and again, expecting a different result. So back to Canada, back to my Remax agent. It could have been an EXP agent. It could have been a Coldwell Banker agent. It doesn't matter what brokerage you're with. If you ain't moving, you ain't moving. And so I said, you need to ask 20 people a day. Get it done by noon. Done by 1. Get it done by 1 o'clock. Done by 1. Do whatever you want the rest of the day. But you're going to ask. I'm going to give you a homework assignment. Today, you're going to go to your phone. You're going to go to your past clients. You're going to go to LinkedIn. You're going to go to Facebook. And you're going to build a list of over 200 people. This is enough for you to do 2 weeks. I just want you to give you a 2-week runway. And tomorrow, get psyched up today. Watch In Pursuit of Happiness. Watch Cinderella Man. Do something that psychs you up today, right? Whatever your favorite inspirational movie is, watch it tonight. And tomorrow, you go be Will Smith in Pursuit of Happiness. You go be in the subway holding your 3-year-old bawling on newspaper with the door locked while the subway police are pounding on the door saying, "We know you're there. Come on out." And he's bawling. His son wants to step up, and he's covering his son's mouth so his son doesn't say anything. And he's literally tears streaming down his face. Are you desperate? Do you want to make a difference? How bad do you want to break out for your family? This isn't about Ferraris and mansions and whatever else. This is about you buying groceries and making the rent payment, man. And then if you could go on from there, great. Once you break through, you'll never be the same again. So this guy, he goes, "Fine, I'll take your challenge." And I go, "I'll talk to you next week. Because if you don't do what I say, guess what? I can't help you at EXP. There's no sense having an EXP discussion if you don't do what I say. Does that make sense to everybody? I mean, it's like for legit. You're going to come to EXP to fail and say EXP doesn't work, just like Remax doesn't work. Remax works. It's a fine company. They all work. It's us that are broken. It's not your sponsor at EXP. It's not your broker at Remax, your broker at EXP. Take 100% responsibility for your life. Look in the mirror and make some changes. And so guess what? He built a list. I go, "Text me tonight when your list of 200's done." And I'll smile and go, "Good man." And tomorrow, you call 20. I have a goal to sell 3 homes. Do you know anyone thinking about buying or selling a building? That's your first question. Do you know anything about buying or selling a business? That's your second question. Do you know anyone thinking about buying or selling a home? That's your third question. Because I do luxury real estate, I do residential, luxury, and commercial real estate. You do. Paul Frank will do the thing. Yeah, okay, great. I want to lease you my business partner. Do you know that I encourage people to have commercial business partners in New York that are from other brokerages, Coldwell Bankers? Nothing wrong with that. If he's really good, she's really good, they're your business partner. They don't have to be someone in the same brokerage. Are you kidding me? Why? I don't play that, hey, we're all Berkshire Hathaway agents. We make their referral. No, that's not how it works. And so guess what? I give them referrals, and I gave Joey all kinds of referrals when I was at EXP years and years ago. Did I not? And who's sitting at this table? Because I loved him. But guess what? I believed he was the best person for the job. I've given Kevin McDonald's a bunch of referrals. He never joined us. I have no regrets. I love the man. He was the right man for the job. I'm not doing it so I can receive something. I'm doing it because it's a right thing to do. And when you do the right thing again and again at a high amount of activity, the magical things happen. You have $140,000 in escrow in a month. You're going to close $130 million this year. You, without a team. But listen to me. You can't hit a goal you don't have. A dream can't come true if you don't even have a dream for it to come true. Sometimes we see so little. We see so little, and there's so much more that can be done. Write this down. Contagious proximity. Who you hang out with matters. I'm preaching to the choir. You're here today. And I prayed, I prepared. I was sitting in a dark room in the back there, writing my final thoughts to come up here and share with you. Because I desperately want to make a difference. What drives me? Making a difference. Having a purpose that isn't money. I like money. I like where I live. I'm blessed. I get to do crazy stuff today. But what drives me is purpose. The purpose to make a difference in people's lives. To have people cry. To have them hug me and go, you made a difference for me. I'm like Martin Luther King, man. I have a dream. I'm like Eleanor Roosevelt. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Do you feel bad all the time? You consent to do it. No, Eleanor Roosevelt said that, baby, right? What is your dream? I want to be William Wilberforce. Raise your hand if you know who William Wilberforce is. 5 people in the room. I want to be William Wilberforce. That guy excites me. He put an end to slavery in Europe. I want to do big things, not just pay the rent. But right now, you got to pay the rent, right? But let me tell you what. The tongue has the power of life and death. And I remember my family said they loved me and they were kind. I was blessed to come from a great mom and dad. My dad's in the back there. My mom's right there. I love you both. You're amazing. How long have you guys been married now? 30 years, 40 years? How long? I know. That's a sub. 64 years, right? Yeah. I was recently in a room in Dorado. Who's been married 5 years or more? Stand up. 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. They start dropping. 25, they're dropping. 30, they're dropping. And I think when they get to 30, everyone dropped except for Kathy and I. We're the last man standing. I was the 19-year-old. I was the youngest in the room. Now I'm the oldest in the room. And they're like, how'd you do it? Tell us. I'm like, we're barely holding on, man. I don't know. I'm just kidding. It's what came out of my mouth. We're scrappy, man. And we fought for our marriage. Are you fighting for your marriage? Are you fighting for your children? Your kids are depending upon you to be a man, you to be a woman, you to go cave a woman. Go kill something, drag it home, and feed it to the family. Now, we don't kill our clients, right? But you got it like, man, you can kill it by loving. I kill it by loving. I kill it by adding value. I kill it with authenticity. You can't fake it. It's coming out of every pore of my body. I don't care if I slobber. Well, I'm sorry, man. I don't want to slobber. But if I say I fell off the stage last year, laugh at yourself, right? It's okay. I've got off stage and your zipper was down the whole time. I'm like, oh, I'm a human, I thought it was drafty, but anyway, sounds like AC in this place. But here's the deal. Laugh at yourself. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Have grace for yourself. You're going to say stupid things. Here's the problem. You don't say stupid things enough in a short period of time to improve. You can't get good at golf once a month, snowboarding once a month. You'll improve slowly over time, slowly and painfully. Who wants to do slow and painful? Do you feel like that's been your life? I'm going to tell you right now, you can get it over with in the next 90 days. You can completely transform your life. And then I believe it with my soul. So back to our Canadian Remax agent. I know I keep running off and coming back. He made the list. He watched the movie. He calls me that night after asking 20 times. See, if you ask 20 times a day for 5 days, you talk to 100 people. He did more his first week than he did in half a year. In 2 weeks, that's 200. In 4 weeks, a month, that's 400 people. I have a goal to sell 3 homes or list 3 buildings. You know anything about buying or selling a building, buying or selling a business? People sell dry cleaners, restaurants, gas stations. They buy for Aunt Taco Bells. I've sold Taco Bells. I've sold Taco Bells with my partner, and I got a big referral fee. What did I do? Hey, partner, meet Tom Daves. or whoever the client was. I was years ago, but Mrs. Shields, Margaret Shields, and she was tired of owning multifamily. She sold all of her multifamily. I made money there, and we moved her I'm trying to think of the commercial name for this. Yeah, but there's there's a really sophisticated name. If I say that, it sounds so smart. Can't remember the name, but it's like this. No, I can't remember the name. Any commercial agent would spit it out in 5 seconds. But anyways, it was just a real super, like, no maintenance, no brainer type of situation. And she bought into that. And she was excited because at this point in her life, she just needed a triple net lease. I think that was it. Triple net lease, somewhere along those lines, you know. And so I don't know a thing about commercial, but I'm absolutely in commercial with my partner Paul Frank. He's an expert, and I'm the expert at resident. And they're like, "Yeah, I want to meet Paul. Would you like Paul to tell you what your building's worth? Would you like Paul to show you what you can actually get off market in Placer County? Because you're shopping leftovers." What do you say to people? You say the same thing like every other agent. I give good service. Can I get you a list of homes? How's that working for you? Stop it. I'm really slobbering today. I should get a towel. Anyways. Okay, back to our Remax friend. The first day he called me, I did my 20. How'd it go? I'm so excited. Why? I got a listing for $1.9 million. They said, it's funny you called. We were just getting ready to call agents and interview some. And they're like, I'm glad you called. And I remember you. You know what? Let's just list the home with you. You're proactive. You sound like our car. And he got a $1.9 million listing the first day. Well, that was just luck. Since then, he's picked up buyers, other listings, and it's been like 2 weeks. You got to get out of your head. Are you with me? You got to get into action. How many of you, let me ask you a question. Like, you're still this thing, I don't know, 400 people. Dude, you'll find them. I just came from Four Sisters. If I had 20 days, I could have asked the person at the cash register. Maybe she's going to buy her first home. My daughter Sarah was here. She's 24. She's buying her first home with her 20-year-old brother. He dug ditches, pulled weeds, and fought like a dog, busting tables, and saved $21,000 to buy a house. He doesn't spend money on anything. The kid is so tight, he squeaks. It's my youngest kid. And he wants to buy a house because I gave him the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Oh, your kids read books? Yeah, for $500. I go, Dad, I need some money. I'll give you $500 to read this book. Well, that's kind of excessive and obnoxious. Oh, would you pay for your kid to go to college? 50 grand. The average college education is 50 grand. You know how many books they could read for 50 grand? 100. 100. I'd rather my child read 100 books by Napoleon Hill, by Glenn Bland, by the noticer, Andy Andrews, by the Go-Getter, by Og Mandino. 100 books like that will transform their life. And that's 50 grand at 500 a book. And guess what? My kids always seem to need money for something. And I had them read books. Readers are leaders, and leaders are readers. My daughter became the president of the Ecos Club at Sierra College. We're different. I care about the environment. The president of the Ecos Club is kind of crazy. You know what the Ecos Club is, right? Save the planet. And that's good. I care about the planet too. But she's just like, if it ain't solar, if it's not electric, it's bad. Dad likes gas engines. I like fuel burning horsepower. I'm sorry. I'm a sinner. Okay, whatever. But I have solar on my house. Back off. Now, anyways, because it came that way. Now, but here's the deal. She became the president at like 20, and she had a little meeting on campus. She organized a meeting, and she invited some other clubs to participate. And I'm thinking, how many people in your club? She said, there's only like 20 of us that care about the rivers and the lakes and the beaches and the coral reefs and stuff like that. And okay, and he had other people come. Yeah, I'm thinking, would she have like 10 other groups there? I go, how many? Each group had a table, and I said, how many tables do you have? And I'm thinking like 10. She goes, there were 40. And so she's a leader, and she's read the books. My son read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Have your kids read that? Because they learn how important it is to buy real estate, time over task. Buy it early. I bought my first house at 30. I didn't know to buy a house. It never even crossed my mind to buy a house. You guys are in real estate. Do you talk to your kids about, they don't need money. They need a job and credit, right, JJ? Is there 100% financing through USDA still?
There is.
Yeah, so I sent a kid, my caddy in St. George, Utah, at Black Desert. This like most clean cut kid you ever met. I think he's 19 years old, and he's so excited about real estate. And he's like, I'm out looking. What do you think of this house? I go, oh, slow down. I love your enthusiasm. Go talk to a lender. He's like, what for? I go, don't get the horse before the cart before the horse, right? You had to get the horse before the cart. Go talk to a lender. He says, I did. There's nothing available for me. There's no such thing as 100% finance. I go, I'm going to go find you a lender who can get you 100% financing because he's going to move into it. And then are they still doing the 203 or whatever?
Okay, yeah.
Listen to me. I still got it.
Got it, man.
You know, I live on an island in the Caribbean. It's been 6 years, but principles are principles. I go, they'll give him the money to buy. I go, I want you to buy the most piece of junk house. My son and daughter bought a home that was so bad. The owner, when he left, handed me a check for $5,000 and said, give this to your kids to buy carpet and paint. He was that's never happened in my life. I didn't ask for it. That's how bad the house was. Well, it's appreciated $300,000 in Rockland. They both have 150. Their friends have rented for 6 or 7 years. Their friends have nothing. They each have a $150,000 nest egg, and the tenants pay the rent. It's amazing, and it's easy. Tell these stories. My friend, I'm your friend, his kids bought a house. It cost them each. Now, like Ty, they scrimped and saved and scrimped. I think Dylan put up $750, and Christina's older. She put up $850. You don't need money. You need a vision. So back to my friend in Canada, Remax. He's on fire. His life transformed. So I have a question for you today as we're wrapping this up. I got 10 minutes. Is there another speaker? Am I blowing anybody's time out?
We got 3 more speakers.
Are you serious? Am I the only speaker here? Whew, good, I got 10 minutes. So here's the deal. EXP cannot help you. Lions can't help you. Remax, Keller Williams cannot help you. I was a team leader of Keller Williams. I talked to groups just like this, and 20% of the room would make it because they're the ones who put their heart on their sleeve. They were the ones who faced rejection. My next book is going to be called Fail with Velocity. Just get it over with. If you go golfing every day for 90 days, you're going to be a good golfer. You play pickleball every day for 90 days, you're going to be a good pickleball player. You go kite surfing, mountain biking. It feels awkward. Pretty soon you'd be going off jumps and doing little kickouts, right? You're going to be better at whatever. Cliff, we go climbing for 90 days. You're going to actually be an accomplished climber. Play the guitar every day for 90 days. You can play any song, but you just don't play the game. I want you to play the game of life. This is your life we're talking about. Remember Tony Robbins' 3 rules of life. Life isn't fair. You're entitled to nothing, and no one's coming to save you. Your situation is not going to change until you change your output, until you change who you hang out with. That contagious proximity. And by the way, is what you have worth catching? Do people want to be around you? Are you positive? It takes work to be positive. It takes no work to be negative. Depression and negativity is like a river. It flows the path of least resistance. It's easy to be depressed. It's easy to be negative. What you focus on expands. Slap yourself in the face. Stop it. I struggled with claustrophobia 13 years ago, and my Christian psychologist says, you need to take control of your thoughts and not because you're going down the sucking whirlpool of hell, and then you have a panic attack and your brain secretes these chemicals and you feel like you're going to die and you have to get up and run. That's called a panic attack. It's flight or fight. It's a primitive core value, and you get this incredible superhuman strength, and you're like, what the heck? You know, like normally when this table's heavy as heck, but if it was on a child, I would pick it up and throw it. All of you would. We have strength we know not of because you got emotionally connected, and there's this dump of chemicals in your brain, but it can work against you in the form of depression, in the form of anxiety, and you got to say, no, I'm not doing that. And he said, when you find yourself starting to feel claustrophobic and you can't breathe and it's coming on, instantly think of Germany. Think of Edelweiss. Now I'm thinking of Heidi in the mountains. Now I'm thinking of the Von Trapp family. Now I'm thinking of World War II. Now I'm thinking of General Patton. Now I'm thinking of that guy who went across Egypt with the Panthers and the tanks. Now I'm thinking of tanks. Now I'm thinking of armies, World War I, II, III, Vietnam. Now I'm thinking of Hogan's Heroes. Now I'm thinking of movie star Ronald Reagan became the president. And I skipped away from the scary vortex of hell. And I don't go down there because what you focus on expands. If your husband's an a-hole, you're focusing on why he's an a-hole. Stop looking at that. I'm sure he is an a-hole. You get more of what you focus on. Do you want more of an a-hole? How about just go, okay, let's just start with what is good about my husband? There's only one thing. Great. Start there. And love that man. He doesn't deserve it. You're getting divorced. But you don't know my wife. She's a B. Maybe she is. Is there anything? Well, yeah, she's got these. You focus there. Your kids. Sometimes you don't even have a reason for hope, but you're a parent and you hit your knees and you ask God to do a miracle in your marriage and for your family and over your real estate business. Over your real estate business. It's humble. Asking people, 20 people a day for help is humble. You know why you won't do it? Because you're proud. You're so proud. And doing forensic audits. This guy's on fire up in Canada. He goes, I don't even want to hear about EXP. You're right. I don't need EXP. I need to get off the dime. By the way, I'm signing up today. He's like, I don't want to hear one thing. You changed my life more than any sales manager at my old brokerage. Become more valuable than people's broker or sales manager. Love people, whether they come to EXP or not. But they will want to be around you. This place is packed. There's people online watching. Why? Because we care. We value the human soul, whether you have no hair or a hair, sleeve tattoos or not. I don't care who you are, where you came from, what the color of your skin is. The human soul, you guys are incredible. You got to fall in love with people, man. And there's, there's no, like you single ladies, there's no good ones left. You hear him say that. Well, you know what I say to you? You're totally correct because you're focusing on what? What you focus on expands. And where you have that thought, the more there are no good ones left. Stop saying that. I can't sell a house. I can't get any of my buyers to buy. I can't get any of my buyers to buy. I can't get, and guess what? Your buyers ain't buying. I can't do commercial. That's not me. I can't. Listen to me. If you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. Stop arguing for your limitations. Take control of your thoughts. Get in the right rooms. I'm preaching to the choir. You guys are in the right room. I'm making a deposit in your soul. I hope you're writing down things. I hope you're just scribbling down things and then go share. Man, he said this. I like this. This part was, I'm not a Christian. I'm not into that faith thing. I'm not going to pray to God. Fine. Good for you. Meditate. Do what you got to do. It's cool. I love you. I don't not like you because of that. I vote this, I vote that. I love you if you're a Republican. I love you if you're a Democrat. You can be liberal, conservative. I do not hate you. I have a deep people with radically different political thoughts than me, and I care about them. They don't have to, right? Are you with me? Yes. I mean, I'm like a Jesus guy. He hung out with prostitutes and tax collectors. At the time, they were considered the worst people on the planet, and that's who he hung out with. Because he understood that there's value in the human soul. My daughter and I were leaving Honolulu yesterday, and there's a bunch of Honolulu police around this guy laying there hugging a palm tree, and his shorts were down. I'm looking at a half moon, and it wasn't good. And I go, oh, wow, there are a lot of homeless here. Then I corrected myself. I said, man, that's somebody's baby. That's somebody's brother. That's somebody's son who's just gone astray. I have friends who have gotten into drugs, and they're good people. They made some bad decisions, and we could walk by and do nothing. I will and am a part of the homeless situation to help. I do what I can, where I can, when I can. What about you? Well, I don't have money. I can't do that. Well, back to my Astros coach, 2010. Your family hopefully tells you they love you, but it's the first time I ever remember a husband and wife. I was in their presence. I felt so special. The tongue is the power of life and death. They said things to me that I've never forgot. It's been almost 50 years. Still remember my Astros coach. Didn't happen again till I was 15 years old, 10 to 15. And then this woman on a YMCA bus. Do you remember when I went on that YMCA ski trip, Mom and Dad, to Salt Lake City as a kid, as a teenager? Dad remembers. Do you remember, Mom? You were a real estate agent. But anyway, so I'm kidding her. I'm teasing my mom. My mom was great. Mom, you were the best. Mom, Dad, you guys are always there. It was amazing. But anyway, I'm just teasing her. I love to tease my mom. I know she can't hear me right now. I love you. Anyway, she's working on the hearing aids. No, so here's the deal. But here's the deal. Kept thrown off. This woman on the bus, she was older, like really old. I think she was like 24, 25. You know, when you're 15, that's like Stone Ages, right? And she said some things to me. Like people just didn't talk to me that way. And it was really kind. And she kind of called me out. The tongue has the power of life and death. My Astros coach used it for life. This woman, I can't remember her name either, but I've been talking about her 45 years. I'll never forget the deposit. She didn't have to give me money. You don't have to give your money. You should, when you have it, do what you can. But you know what's so valuable? Is when you give a timely word that's authentic and true. You slow down and go, what can I say about Eric? What can I say about Joey, Clark, Lexi? What can I say about Jose, about Tom? And you don't do it every time, but you're looking to make a deposit. I'll never forget him. Then my coach, Gary Summerhays, remember him? 16, 17, 18 in high school. Every team he coached champions. Every single team. And he brought the best out of people. And he saw what you, and he'd bring it out. And it was so authentic. You want to be the best? Use this for good. Stalin used it for bad. Hitler used it for bad. North Korea, that guy, Kim Jong, whatever, right? What do you use yours for? Well, it's just not old me. God puts you in your home, your neighborhood, your apartment complex, your condominium, wherever he put you. You have relatives that desperately need you, and you're not there for them. Your teenage son or daughter desperately needs you. That's to say that I went through a really hard time with one of my daughters for a long time. And she tells me she loves me 4 or 5 times a day today. There were years I never heard those words. Years. I don't know why. And I don't care. It's behind us now. But here's the deal. I fought for her like a freaking valiant, warrior, like a knight, like a king of Camelot. And I let her know I laid my life down for her and just loved her and loved her. And she was doing stuff I didn't necessarily even agree with. I just loved her and loved her and loved her because she needs my love, not my correction. Right? I mean, you with me, there's a time, but there was like, no, she needs no. And we are so close today. We are so close, but I fought for it. Your son that's ignoring you right now, your teenage son that's on the computer all the time, your teenage daughter who thinks you're a moron, like mine did. They desperately, it's a test. Are you going to pass the test? Or are you going to say, what the hell's the matter with you? Wipe that look off your face. Is that how you're going to react? Trust me, you failed the test. That when they treat you poorly, do you love them? Do you lay your life down for them? Do you want someone to do that for you? Man. I went 1 minute over, but I'm going to share a final story and close. I got beat on a listing presentation one day. And I do forensic audits. Some of you call your buyers, hey, you ready to go out this week? Oh, we bought a home yesterday. Anyone ever heard that, dude? Oh, that's so, yay. Tell me about it. Oh, yeah, I walked into this open house. It was in Folsom. It was in Roses. Perfect. The agent there holding the open house is Aaron Rawls. And he said, you like to make it? I go, yeah. And boom. And we're in escrow. It's, $880,000. We're so excited. And you're like, it's awesome. And you can't pay your grocery bill. So you could be wounded and you could say, Aaron Rawls, a fellow EXP agent, stole my client. Aaron didn't steal anything. You don't own anybody. You want to be owned? Are you owned by somebody? You could not be a victim, be victorious. How do you become victorious? You do a forensic audit. Hey, just so I can learn, it's how I provide my family. I'm super excited for you. Man, I'm going to celebrate with you. Tell me about the house. Be excited for them. They're excited. How could you do it? I've looked at homes for you for 6 months, a year. How could you do that to me? Victim. You be excited for them and go, I need to improve my game. Why Aaron? And sometimes he was just right time, right place. There's different reasons. So I did this on a listing. Thought I had it. Oh yeah, hey Brent, we went ahead and listed with New Vision Realty yesterday. I'm like, really? New Vision? I go, who? They go, Steve Hillier. I'm like, only my best friend in the world. I'm the one who got him into real estate. Don't you know this? I taught him everything he knows about real estate for 12 months, but I take credit for the whole thing. He had 200 agents. And I go, so why Steve? Like I'm doing, and I would like to know this type of my family. What made you choose Steve? I'm super excited for you. By the way, you made a great choice. Kevin McDonald's incredible. Joey Satriano's amazing. Tad Thompson from Windermere Homes, incredible. Bill Sadek from Sotheby's. You made such a good choice. Steve Hillier, not sure. No I'm kidding. But I go, Steve, you made a great choice. I mean, laugh, tease people. They were at Oakland A's. I was hoping we could be friends. I'm a Giants fan. That's terrible. And then you kind of connect. You know, you're right. You're right. Oh, never mind. But you get the idea. So don't be afraid to tease people. But I go, so what made you choose Steve over me? Like, what did he do that I didn't do? So I want to learn. I want to improve for my family. It's how I make a living. I want to get better. If you did some, and they'll say, oh, no, nothing. You were great. Go, no, seriously, he must have done something. Ask people. They'll tell you. I go, well, to tell you the truth, he was more excited than you were. He was more passionate. He said, I want this listing so bad I could taste it. Can you see him doing it? He said, I'll turn over every leaf, every rock. There's not a single agent here in the Roseville area that will outwork me. I will work relentlessly to sell your home. You say jump, I say how high. I give my right arm for this listing. What do you say? And they looked at each other. They're like, it's yours. I didn't say any of that. I was cocky. I'd got almost every listing I was on. I lost some of my passion, some of my zip, and I learned from my failure. This is the greatest learning opportunities in the world for you guys. And so the next 10 listings that went on, I want this listing so bad I can taste it. You say jump, I say how high. I'll turn every rock, every leaf. You know, I network with all the top agents. I will outwork any agent. Just give me a chance. What do you say? And boom, 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 and mowed them down. Now, I sped that up and it wasn't quite that radical. But passion is infectious. Would you list your home with a boring agent? With someone who was milquetoast average? Or someone who connected with you like Shireen Duncan, who shared their enthusiasm to get the job done? And there's different ways to do it. Shireen would do the same thing in a Shireen way. You don't have to be our way, but you get what we're saying? Man, I'm so excited for all of you, for all your future. So here's my parting words for you. I believe it is next Thursday, 1 week from today. Is that correct? At the Placer County Board of Realtors from 10 to noon. We have Marguerite Crispello and we have Sean Work teaching you how to get seller leads, how to do a listing presentation, what to say, giving you marketing plans for listings, and helping you get more listings. Because listings have babies. You get sign calls, internet leads, family, friends, neighbors, coworkers, open house leads. So many good things come off listings. You can and will become a listing agent if you're there. I recommend you get there early. I recommend you sit in the front row, getting in the back, take notes, focus. If someone's talking to him, say, stop that. So I'm here to listen. Stop talking to people at your table. You focus and you get something out of it. Squeeze the juice out of it. I do it every time. It's exciting because it feels good to succeed. It does not feel good to fail. Get it over with, man. You talk to 400 people a month for the next 3 months. You'll talk to 1,200 people. You'll have so many buyers in escrow. You'll have commercial deals. You'll have building listings through Paul Frank or whoever you use for commercial. You'll have people buying and selling businesses. You'll be getting all these big commercial referral fees. We're talking minimum 25 grand usually. Anyways, thanks for having me. Hopefully this was helpful. We'll see you next Thursday right here. Oh, real quick.
If you guys want to really understand KV Core, tomorrow morning, 10 to 11 in this room, Alex Dyer is going to be coaching us on how to do KV Core. He's a pro at it. So please make that part of your calendar if you really want to understand KV Core. Every week, 10 to 11, right in this room.
Yeah. And by the all right. So last thing I want to say is this. Sorry, Tom. For those of you that don't know what I lost my train of thought. For those of you who don't know what KV Core is, it's our everyone gets 20 EXP. People pay $600 a month every month just to have it who aren't with our company. At EXP, you get one. It's a CRM, contact retention management tool, and it can lead generate for you. But if you don't know how to drive it, right, it'll sit there. Like I have a brand new sauna in my backyard. Kathy and I got in it this morning in our swimsuits. We fiddled with all the dials, and they all enjoyed it yesterday. We couldn't get that sucker to come on. We don't know how to drive it. And guess what? We were like, well, let's go get this ball. That was that. After 5 minutes of fiddling with it, we couldn't get it to come on. Brand new. A lot of you have one of these. You don't know how to drive it. Alex is a superstar. 10 a.m. here. Come back. I'm going golfing, but you should be here. Love you guys. Here you go. Give Tom a hand.
Come on, let's go. Get in there. Action, right? Woo! Thank you, Brent. We love you, man.
Thank you,
That
buddy.
was awesome. Have a great day. You got your inspiration. Now's the time to put in the perspiration. Let's go. Thank you.